Hello everyone, Ethan Stieber here with Stieber Weather Forecasting. It's been a little bit since I've done a forecast video because there hasn't been a whole lot to talk about. It was really cool last week. Hopefully you had a chance to get out and enjoy the fall-like temperatures, especially in the mornings there last week. We're going to talk a lot about heat this week. Not a lot of severe weather to talk about, not a lot of rain to talk about in general. Big story is going to be the heat. So first up on your screen, notice we do have all of these orange shaded areas are the heat advisory. That's all off to our west right now. The pink areas are that excessive heat warning that's in effect, where we'll see a little bit higher temperatures, and all this red shaded area just to our north is an excessive heat watch. I do expect this to be expanded over into our area soon. You'll see why in the temperatures here in just a second. First off, though, starting out on an optimistic note, looking ahead, we have 28 days until fall, another 67 till Halloween, 94 if you're counting the days till Thanksgiving, and 117 till the first day of winter. So, there's always something positive to look forward to out of this, especially when you see the heat indices forecasted for later this week. So just remember, there's cooler temperatures, and there's always something cooler on the horizon. First off, let's talk about why we've got this intense heat in what we'll refer to as second summer. What we've got is this big trough that's digging down into the western U.S. that's causing a huge ridge over much of the eastern part of the country. This ridge is really going to stay in place all week, and it's just going to let that warm Gulf of Mexico air, warm humid air, begin to move northward and kind of expand throughout the region. If you notice, as I'll take this into the future, that ridge kind of breaks down a little bit when we get closer to midweek. Here's, August 28th, which will be Wednesday. The ridge kind of deteriorates a little bit, but we still don't really have a blocking mechanism or any sort of trough that comes down through the area. So we're going to stay with those hot and muggy temperatures, especially as we go later into the week. Before maybe once we get around Labor Day weekend, we see a slight bit of relief with kind of a more troughing pattern in the eastern U.S. with more of a ridge coming up on the west coast. Temperatures this week are going to look downright hot. But first off, let's talk rain. There's not really much of it. I'm just going to let this kind of play out for you as we go into the future. Notice not a lot of rain chances to talk about Monday into the day Tuesday. Maybe some spotty showers day to day, but nothing looks real impressive on that. We could see a better chance of rain once we get closer to the weekend. Here's Friday, Thursday afternoon into the evening hours. Maybe on into the day Friday evening, we see just a slight bit of rain chances with a front that'll move through and kind of bring those temperatures down with us. Then after that, showers look to taper off for the weekend. So best chance of rain right now looks to be Friday into Friday evening. If you're looking forward to that week one of IHSA football, high school football, may put a little bit of may make it a little bit of a rainy start, but the rain will be a welcome sight after we see the temperatures for this week. First off, high temperatures are for, this is for today, this afternoon. On Sunday, looking highs in the lower 90s. It's already, if you were outside yesterday, it's going to be much of the same as of today. Highs in the lower 90s with heat index values, still in those lower 90s. Notice higher heat index values in the hundreds to 110 off to our west, closer to Kansas City. For Monday, much of the same picture. We go into the upper 90s for heat index for air temperature values. Heat index values climb even higher, pushing 100 degrees on Monday. Tuesday is much of the same, mid 90s for air temperatures. Heat index values look to be even hotter on Tuesday. Tuesday's our big day that we're concerned about with heat index values. Maybe 105, 106 across the area. It's going to be really, really hot on Tuesday. So if you can avoid it, stay inside on Tuesday, if at all possible. Wednesday, much of the same thing, mid-90s for highs. Heat index values, again, in that 100 to 105, maybe even higher than that on Wednesday. Thursday rolls around, much of the same. This particular model, I think, is overdoing it a little bit on temperatures when we get later on in the week. But, upper 90s would not be out of the question for air temperatures. This model wants to suggest hundreds for air temperatures. I think it's going to be too humid for that. I think all of the crop, perspiration, we're going to see a lot of that. So it's going to be really, really muggy. It's going to drive those heat index values up. Notice, again, heat index values north of 100 for the day on Thursday. By Friday, We get a little bit of relief. We're back down into the mid 90s with heat index values again pushing around 100. So you kind of get the picture. Mid 90s are pretty well gonna be the story all this week. So if you can avoid being outdoors as much as possible this week, that would probably be a good thing. Highest heat index values look to be Tuesday into Wednesday. And the last thing I'll leave you with, just as kind of an optimistic look here, is our Climate Prediction Center outlooks. 6 to 10 day doesn't really help us out too much. This is Friday, August 30th into the first weekend of September through Labor Day. Tuesday, September 3rd. Notice slightly above average temperatures forecasted, but on the 8 to 14 day, it gets better. This is Sunday, September 1 to Saturday, September 7th. Notice we see that trough coming in. We go back to below average temperatures. Precip kind of follows along with that. So, we see above average temperatures on the 6 to 10 day. Once we can get past this week, I think rain chances will start to pick up again, kind of with those troughing, with that trough moving in, and we'll see kind of more of an active track. And then especially on the 8 to 14 day, we still see that above average precip. So if we can get through this week, hopefully fall will, start to fully round the corner and we'll move away from these 90-degree temperatures. But like I said before, stay safe if you're outside this week. Heat index values, especially on Tuesday, are going to be really, really hot. So take extra precautions, drink a lot of water, stay safe this week, and we'll check back in. Stay tuned towards the end of the week. We'll roll out our first IHSA Week 1 high school football forecast. So stay tuned for that on the Facebook page.